time we watched it, we were watching it kind of out of order. Like we just jumped in on a random episode. And we were like, what is happening? And it was very confusing, and the word horrific comes to mind. I know that's slightly melodramatic. Not because it wasn't horrific, but it was like, I don't understand why this is funny. Why does everybody love this show? So then we checked out, and later on down the line got access to the first season. We're like, okay, we'll try this again. Everybody loves it. We should try it again. Tried it again, and then we're like, okay, now I get it. Everybody loves it. The show's amazing. And terrible and wonderful. Let's round these out too. I wish I could have a little, I should look into, I wonder if there's like a little noise the chat thing could make, like a little ping or something whenever somebody comments, so I can be sure to look over and not miss it. I know there's been so many times where I've missed the comment and I'm like, what was the context of that again? That corner is so wonky. Okay, we're gonna go to liquefy, and then that push is a lifesaver sometimes when things are just not looking right. Hello, my daughter's here. What's up? Oh, yes, you can check up on me. Let's see. I think I want this little oval kind of more in the background. So do some of it overlapping and some of it under. There we go. I like that. Hi. loves the look of that little square. I'm gonna put him in the front. Excuse me. There we go. And this little one, let's have another cutie patootie. Wonky. Oops. Way behind. And in front. It's coming together. Actually, let's do this little one first. This big one first, maybe. Whoops. Looks like a little whale. So cute. Hmm. I see this little monster right here being very annoyed with that one, poking its nose in their face. So we're gonna leave that nose right there. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Let's go with that. Cool, cool. If at any point in time, too, if anyone is watching and is kind of new to this, if you have any questions about, I'm working in Procreate, that's the app that I know the most about, but if you have any whatever questions that might pop up, illustration, digital art, Procreate specifically, feel free to put them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer. I might not know, but don't hesitate to ask too. I think you need to be in the background. I think especially on these kinds of pieces that I work on sometimes, where like the line drawing might take up the majority of the time, and I'm talking less about like the process with different layers and blending modes and whatever else. You know, kind of some of the more potentially tricky aspects of the app might not come up. So definitely feel free to ask away. Oops. Oops. No. Let's do this. Oh, I forgot about that cutie. That works. Let's see. I'm in a circle. Almost there. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the same layer since they're far apart. Alright. That's better. What about this one? Let's put that all the way behind, I think. Alright. Cute. We have all of our little monster shapes. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that sketch layer. Whoops. Donezo. And on a new layer, but with the same color. So here's my trick. I'm wondering, this is what I can't decide on this one. If I should leave, ooh, I want this little tail to be a little bit different. Let's fix this first. I think I want this tail kind of like poking this dude in the face. Just a little bit. Yeah, I like that. So here's what I need to decide, and this is the awesome thing that I love about digital art. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this gallery, and I'm going to duplicate this where it's at right now, because I have two different directions. Don't need that. Two different directions that I want to go with this. So now I can test out a couple things. I don't know if I want to keep all of these with like a dark outline, or have no outline and have all the little monster creatures just be these various shades of colors. So I'm probably going to work on that. I'm going to probably make two different versions of this over the course of the next few days just to experiment and play around. But for now, maybe just to keep it simple, I don't know. What do y'all do? Do you have any like opinion or involvement, emotional, involvement in any of this? I think I'll just keep it with the black liner for now and start adding some faces. We'll see where it goes. And then if I get bored with that, then maybe I'll switch to the other one and try doing some just little solid color monsters without the outlines. So let's see. I like this one for sure. So these are going to kind of be in the same thread or in the same vein or whatever as the little like squiggle monsters that we did with a live draw. For the library. We're going to be all about up, up, and away. Let's see. That is quite the drastic difference in the eyes. I don't know if that one's working for me. Let's try something else. Slightly too big of a difference for my taste. Whoops. I like them different, but that was almost distracting. There we go. Okay, I can get all obsessive about the details being just right, or I can just have these little faces be placeholders. Mm-hmm. Turn the streamline down on that a bit now. Oops. So here's the tricky bit too, is I really like eyelids on a lot of these creatures. So if I was to do, oh, just experimenting here. Okay. Keep the outline for now, just in case. We'll see where this is going. I told Sarah she'd come by my house earlier today to drop something off, and I was like, so I'm gonna try this thing that I've never done before, and it might work and be totally adorable, or it might not at all. So we will find out. And then let's lower that just a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Oh, you know what we can do? Let's hit. Okay, let me think about this. So this is a little trick. Let's hit select, and invert selection, and then come down to that white. Nope, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Let's think. Select, invert. There we go. Oh, it's still over it. Select. There we go. There. Some of these little dudes need eyebrows. I wonder if I have handy. Rosemary, look up engagement notes. Okay, Henry. Hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Is rating with a party of 5? What is rating with a party of 5? Oh my god, I'm so old, you guys. I don't even know what any of this stuff is in here. I had to Google today how to delete spam comments on these things. What does rating with a party of 5 mean? You have to educate me. And, Henry, I have a question for you. See, look, I have all these cute little faces that I drew for my other live draw thing with the library, so I'm going to reference this sheet so I can come up with some more ideas. What was I going to ask? Oh, is there a way to, like, have the settings so that they ping or something if somebody talks? Or do I just have to look at the screen every, like, 2 minutes to make sure I'm not missing anything in chat? That's my question. And if you can't answer it here, then I will message you later on Instagram and we will talk. Raid. Hey, let's go. You're awesome. I brought 5 people from my stream to yours. Oh, I have to look. Poop. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I don't watch a lot of other Twitch, but I have seen yours a couple times, and I get the general gist that Twitch is a very, like, high energy place, and I'm not a very high energy person. I need to work on that. That's very sweet of you to come. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Neither am I. Primera Espada 91. No way, this is a chill vibe zone. Oh, that's good. Okay, I can keep my chill vibe. That's good to know. I'm totally the type of person that just listens to, like, quiet, slow music in the rain half the time. That makes me happy, so. Well, it's nice to meet all of you Henry's friends. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a little bit. That's so nice. I am doing this for those of you that are just new here and hanging out. I'm trying to fill a little page with a whole bunch of cute little monsters. And I'm not in love with their faces. I just started with some shapes and now I'm adding eyes and I'm not 100% digging it. But we're just going to go with it and see where it takes us. I feel like I've done better, cuter monster faces in the past, but you know, that's all right. It'll come together. They'll talk to us. They'll let us know what we need to do. Let's see. Henry, did you have a live stream at all tonight? A game thing recently? Henry does live streams for gaming, and he does lots of cool, like, reviews and stuff, especially for, like, independent video games. And yeah, he's been doing Twitch for a long time and has been so gracious and generous with his knowledge of, like, how to do and what to do and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm not digging this weight on there. I think I don't know what's going on. It's just bugging me. So that bugs me that I can't program some little, like, ping into this. Oh, thank you for the kind words. Of course. Only games from now on. Oh wait, I'm missing stuff. I did a DJ set and it sucked. Oh, I listened to that DJ set. I was watching that. I wouldn't, sucked wouldn't be the way that I would describe that. I thought it was darling. I just kind of like let it run in the background and had it be like some chill background music for us. I think we were actually playing video games at the time. We're really into The Witcher lately. So, yeah. I like to DJ set, but you're gonna only do video games from now on. You've got a pretty cool gaming setup happening there. See, I like that eye, and I don't like these ones at all. I'm gonna redo these. These are just not working for me. This is terrible. Let's try this again. Let's see. I do over. Henry and friends, are y'all gonna draw along with me? Are you gonna draw too? Or if you just want to watch and hang out, you totally can do that too. That's allowed. I've only painted to Bob Ross one time in my life. I want to see a Jones Family Witcher stream one night. That would be hilarious. It mostly consists of me with the controller. I'm the one that like mashes the buttons probably 90% of the time. And Josh helping out a lot with ideas and input, and I would love that. And then my daughter like making up ukulele songs to help with any of her like the monsters are gonna get you kind of stress stuff. I feel like this monster really wants to just kind of be doing a serious eye roll. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do a video game stream. Okay, Henry, we'll have to talk about that. That would be pretty funny. Although our like whole setup, whoops, wrong layer. Our whole setup is in our bedroom. We don't have a TV in the office or living room area. I wonder if we could figure that out. I don't know if I want to really like live stream all of us just like chilling on our bed in video games. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's nothing wrong with that too. Yeah, but especially during the pandemic, that is like, oh, that looks much better to me. And I'm still not in love with that little one, but that's okay. I gotta move on. I'll go back and fix things as it comes to me. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, especially during the pandemic, man. Basically like every evening around 6-ish, we're like, let's go upstairs and play some video games. Watch a show or something. Is this for anything, Rosemary, or just for... Wait, okay, hang on. I gotta... Real chill, I was in bed. Is this for anything, Rosemary, or just for the stream? I think I don't know the question. I'm so sorry. What do you mean? Sorry, I'm also really tired. I didn't sleep very well last night, and I had a super early chiropractor appointment, and so I'm just kind of going on like fumes and a little bit more caffeine than I usually do during the day. My brain's a little bit slow. Whoops. There we go. That's how it works. Like, is this for a project? Oh, or just drawing for drawing's sake? This is just a project. I always love those little, like the pictures where you see like 100 different little like monster faces all kind of crowded around together, and I've never drawn it before, so I figured I would just test it out and see if I could figure out how to do it. So I just started off by doing a bunch of different shapes. I know I'm giving all the shapes eyes, and then I might see if I can figure out other ways to turn them into monsters. So this is my first practice run in my attempt at doing it. And if I can figure out a good formula for doing it, then I was kind of thinking about it'd be cool to eventually maybe make prints of it, but like on metal, like a big, I don't know, like a 12 by 24 or something like that. Just thinking about ahead to the days when we have like makers markets and art markets again. My larger prints are all a little bit older and dated stuff that I don't really draw that style anymore, so I kind of want to just update some of my bigger things in my shop. And yeah, so this is mostly just for me practicing something new, see how it turns out. Do you draw much at all, Henry? I know Sierra draws a ton, or she's like does a lot of graphic design and illustration. I don't know if I've ever seen anything that you've drawn. Excuse me. Maybe when it comes to visual art, I just tell Sierra what to draw. She does all the drawing for you. We need to get together with you and Sierra and do another little like roller skating, longboarding date. That would be fun. I think you were busy when we went skating with Sierra. That was really fun. But especially now that the weather's a little bit nicer. Let's see. Kind of an eye should that one be? I'm gonna do real big in the background. So I think what I kind of want to start trying to mess around with, we've got some eyes and some faces on there, but I think I might want to like, let's see how some shadows are gonna start looking on this. Since I've got, normally how I do all my shadows is like just multiply and then I pick that same color, but since we have this gradient here, all with a whole bunch of different colors blended, that's not gonna work as well. So I'm gonna do a layer called overlay, and then you have like a black or a dark gray, and that just makes those adjustments for you. See how it kind of is all the colors. So let's test that out. Yeah, skate party, it'd be rad. I am having so many like old lady problems with my hip right now. I have like sciatic nerve stuff. It's just from like not going to the chiropractor as often as I should have during the pandemic. So I'm super sad. I can't do any longboarding. I can't do any lifting. It's honestly like kind of hard for me to sit for a couple hours. So like by the end of these sessions, I get real squiggly. I've just been walking every day, which is fine. Whoops. But I'm going back to the chiropractor like once a week now to try to fix all those issues. And I caved and made a acupuncture appointment too, just because the nerve pain's so bad. So hopefully once all that gets repaired and fixed up again, then I can go back to longboarding, because I mean I'm not good at it by any means, but it was super fun. Just add a little bit of like texture to things, and see that if we were to have it on like normal regular mode, then it's just this like grayish color, but hit it to overlay and then you have a nice little shadow of any color. Kind of fun. Whoops, see, that's on normal mode. Let's put that back on overlay. Erase it where I don't want it. Gotta get one of those inflatable donut rings. I know. I don't know if that would work or not. I have no idea. I just like walk a ton and stretch, and like it feels good to stand and get up and move, which is fine, but you know, there's only so much of that you can do around your house in a pandemic. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to try something. I wonder. I want all this background to be like, Sorry, I'm thinking to myself here. Can we just fill all this in too? Maybe like lower the opacity a little bit. We'll see. I'm just experimenting here, y'all. Some of the other nights when I've been drawing, I've had a total game plan, and I'm like, watch me draw this thing I've drawn 1,000 times before, and I know exactly what I'm doing. This isn't tonight. This is a much messier process. This is what most of art looks like, is just a lot of experimenting and undoing and experimenting and undoing. And ooh, I had this idea. Let's try that. Nope, that was a terrible idea. see. I wonder if there's a way. So this layer that has all of my lines on it, I'm going to hit reference. I'm going to drag and drop that color. Yep, that does work. Wonderful. That's much faster. So we're going to hit recolor on all these little spaces in between. This is the thing that I love about digital art. It's like you can just try stuff, and if you don't love it, you can undo it. I used to get so anxious all the time with like ink and paint, and it's like, oh, I have this idea, and then I would do it, and then it would be like, well, 6 hours worth of work. Done so. That looks better, I feel like. Whoops. Just needed a little. Nope, all the way. Okay. That helps. I still feel like I need to fuss with things quite a bit. Those monsters need to be a lot more interesting than just throwing eyes on shapes. They need something more, but I'm not sure what yet. We'll figure it out. Is anybody else out there drawing? Or just watching me experiment and mess up? Let's see, let's do another scowly one here. The shape island look like? Oh, that works. That just looks super bored. We can do more of those. Oops. Put that on the wrong layer. There we go. Drawn my cat's little toe beans. Cute. I've drawn 6 monsters, but mine are way cuter. Aww. I want to see your monsters. If y'all want to share what you've drawn too, and like tag me in the post or whatever on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, that would be awesome. And if it's on Instagram, then I can save it and like reshare it if that's okay with you. I did some gesture drawing earlier in the stream, but I'm feeling pretty tired, so just watching. I hear you, man. Some days are just rough. I had another bad insomnia night like 2 nights ago. Yesterday was a pretty good day. 2 nights ago it wasn't. And I sat down to try to draw, and I just was like, God, I just hated everything. It was so hard. It was not working. And yeah, gave up pretty quick. Some days you can push through, and others you're like, that's just, everybody's gonna be way happier if I just don't. I was gonna do a big smile, but I think this one needs just a tiny little boop. Oh, you know what this one needs? This one's gonna be real sad. It's too smushy on the bottom. Alright, let's do some more shadows. I gotta think more about faces. Let's see, so we're gonna do a new layer just so I can kind of control the shading a little bit better. Whoops, and we're definitely gotta change our blend mode. Overlay. Oh yeah, now we're doing blend mode on this bad boy too. I forgot about that. Alright, I'm gonna shut that off so I can see things a little bit better where I need to erase them. Yeah, this will be interesting if I try with, like, so my usual technique is not necessarily to do outline drawings, it's to like just draw these as like colored shapes. So I kind of want to try that on my second version and see if I like that a little bit better. So like here's what I was working on yesterday. There's this little, so this is kind of more like my typical style where it's not outlined necessarily. Or like this little robot, that was kind of fun. These other robots, like this was my first sketch, an outline, and then I'll go through and do solid colors. This is a very different style. But what I was working on, let's see, it's my little creatures folder. There's a little like draw this in your style. And he had drawn this adorable little like axolotl thing, and oh, here it is. It was so cute. And so I'm trying to like imitate it. I could have worked on this tonight, but I'd also already done quite a bit of work on it. Yeah. So maybe if I do like a page full of little monsters like that rather than having the dark outline. I don't know. It's already 8:20. It's probably a little late for me to start on something different. Maybe I'll save it for next week. Take 2. Whoops, I keep forgetting to change the blending mode. Overlay. I also wonder if some of these could use, whoops, not a clipping mask, but any kind of highlights. Let's see. It's okay. I'm not in love with it. What if we had some of that watercolor texture that we did on our other little creatures the other day? Whoa. That's gonna be tricky on this ombre, man. I don't know how to... Let's think. How we can color match that. Okay. That might add some good texture. That's not bad. Let's try that. Oops. Okay, so what I have here, this is a Max U watercolor flood heavy grunge. There's a lot of fancy words. It is a pen that I bought. If you just Google Max Packs, he sells lots of really, really awesome. I have so many of his brushes. Let's see. But he does watercolor. Here we go. He's got like a ton of watercolor ones and some retro ones that are really fun too. Lots of different really interesting like inkers and smudgers and like comic liners and stuff like that. So I like using his for texture, for filling in shapes and things that would normally just be really like solid, basic kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna put that texture under. I'm just not loving that highlight here, this little pink thing. I'm gonna delete that. I'm not in love with it. I think I'm kind of digging the shadows on those. Those are working. So let's give some of these little creatures some texture. So my layer is going to be overlay. I'm going to have kind of this dark grayish color. And I'm just going to kind of flood these. And I might lower the opacity on some of them sometimes too if they're a little intense. Let's try that again with a bigger. That just wants to be really intense. That's a really bold red. I'm going to tone that down a little bit. And I could just go over this whole thing, so all the monsters are colored in with the same texture, but I'm not sure if I want them to have different textures or all the same. I don't know, I'm still thinking my way through this one. Usually, once I've drawn something enough times and there's kind of a formula to it, then I move a lot quicker, but this is not one of those projects. Let's see. Oops. Whoops, clipping mask. I'm so used to that. It's my old workflow. Alright, let's do a few of these shapes at once. Let's see how they go. I really like how this looks on the green and yellow and blue. I'm not totally digging it on the red, but it's okay. Maybe I just need to get over it. So, let's see. Let's erase some of the... I think that one was doubled up. Yep. Tidy those up a little bit more. Got this random line down there. Where'd that come from? Oh, actually, you know what? I have an idea. Here's a trick. Okay, I want all that overlay stuff off of this layer down here. So I'm going to touch that bottom layer, the gray layer that we've got. Hit select, come up here to that overlay layer that we're working on erasing. And then I can just go over the whole thing and it's cleaning it all up for me. I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but that is a nice, fast, easy way. There we go. And now I just need to clean up some of these other ones that spilled over. Because this is one of those brushes where if you pick up and then put down again, the edges, it overlaps. It's not an opaque brush. So, I mean, you know, if that's the look you're going for, awesome. But I'll probably want to redraw some, or fill in some of these shapes that I was too zoomed in to do a tidy job on. This little cranky pants up here. Alright, that's not too bad. Getting some texture in. Let's merge those two layers. And then overlay. Let's do the rest of them. And this time I'll be zoomed out so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright. Yeah, that just makes that like salmon color just red, which is okay. Okay, now select, come back up here and erase all that in between. I think I got it all. See, and then we've got these that are kind of overlapping, which is kind of cool. You can definitely like make that look really intentional and like watercolor floody looking and stuff. That's fun to play with sometimes, but for now, I'm gonna tidy it up. Tidy up. If any of you have ever seen The Producers. I missed that little spot in there. Does that have... It does, okay. This is like Kool-Aid red up here. I can like taste the fake cherry in my mouth. All right. There we go. I think they all have some texture. Whoops, we're gonna merge those layers. Get that back on. Might lower the opacity just a bit. It's a little more subtle. Let's do some more shading. Overlay. And this time my brush, I'm going to use the splatter brush. I really love using it for shading. And I usually use like clipping masks and stuff when I'm doing all this, but since this is all just on like one layer, I have to go in and kind of hand erase stuff. Oops. It's just a different workflow. Let's shade that one a little bit differently. Yeah. Okay. Maybe one more little shade, and then should we go back to doing some faces? What is that? Oops. Okay, let's come up with some more faces. So here's that little reference sheet that I had made once upon a time. Let's see. Cranky. Or slightly evil. Have a little smile. Let's see, we need some. Is this real? sheepish grin. Oops. Let's see. Aw, I drew it on the wrong layer again. Alright. So, quick fix if you ever mess up and put something on the wrong layer. Just hit select. And with Procreate, it's a 3-finger swipe down. Cut and paste. Now it's on its own layer, and I can merge it where it belongs. And do that all the time. That line. There it is. Okay. Looks like the bottom two smile. Ooh, they got a big gap in their teeth. Cute. That was an accident, but I think I like it. Let's see. We need there we go. The bottom two's grin. There we go. I like the smaller grin better. Cool. Oops. do a big old grin on one of these circles. Nope, just a big grin. Closed eyes, that works. We need a super sleepy one. There we go. Is that sleepy or is that creepy? Maybe both. Yeah, definitely both. Oops. There we go. Oops. Whoa, messed that up. There we go. may or may not get to all the faces in here. It's getting close to 9 o'clock. This one's bugging me. Just don't love it. I think I want all the lines to be somewhat the same thickness. It's a little better. All right, well, I think that this is kind of a solid start for a first-time try and a first-time effort. It's not terrible. I don't know if I'm super in love with it. I mean, I should finish it just to see where it's going and see if any ideas come to mind for how to fix it. But I'm wondering if I would love it more if I went back to my usual techniques of no outline and just a cluster of solidly shaped little monsters overlapping. I'll have to think about it and test it out. But thanks for willing to let me kind of experiment tonight and play with something new. It was nice to have just a solid chunk of time to mess around and try a different style, something I don't normally do. It's kind of fun. Whoa. This one's very excited. That sweet empty smile. Aw, I like that little one. It reminds me of something, but I can't think of what. It reminds me of popsicles from my childhood. You know, you'd run up to the little like ice cream man and get those like stripy popsicles. I don't know why, man. There's something about this bright color up here that's all, especially when I pump that overlay opacity way up. It tastes cherry and the flavor of blue. When Michael Scott's cleaning out his car, he's like, "What this Gatorade? What flavor is it?" It's blue. Blue's not a flavor. Blue Blast. Oh yeah, save that. That's a good one. It's 2-week-old blue Gatorade in his car. This reminds me of a popsicle, except with eyeballs. All right, I'm gonna keep working on this over the course of a few days, and I'll probably post it on Instagram or whatever when I'm done with it. And then I would love to do this again with that. Remember how we duplicated it way back in the beginning when I just had outlines? I would love to try to mess around with this with maybe like my usual style and see if that works too. I don't know. This didn't turn out bad though. I mean, for a first shot, it's I'm pretty happy with it. I feel like I need to massage it some more, but it takes a lot of experimenting and doing and undoing and all of that good stuff. So, well, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I love it. I'm really starting to look forward to these Wednesday live drawings. They're a lot of fun. So I think we've been going on, this might be a month now. This might be the fourth one. And I think I'm going to try to, Henry, I don't know if you have checked out or not, but you'd be proud of me. I figured out how to export these onto YouTube. So I might try to save them and put them up on that platform too, in case that's a little bit easier for folks to watch in the future. But anyways, hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week and a restful evening, and thanks for coming and hanging out and drawing with me. I hope it was relaxing and soul feeding and you're able to kind of take some time for yourself and just experiment and draw what you wanted to. Thanks for hosting. It's so fun to see your process. You're welcome. This is definitely kind of like an experimental process. I wasn't sure what I was doing most of the time, which is always a little nerve-wracking when people are watching you, but it's easy when you're just sitting in your house in your pajamas. Thanks for streaming. It's always fun, wonderful as usual. Thank you so much to my friends Sarah and Baron for talking me into doing this in the first place. I would not be on here if it wasn't for them. They're the ones that nudged me to do this and have been so sweet and so faithful to come hang out with me every week since then. So thank you all so much, and I will see you next week. All right, good night.